You did. Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah. Someone else? About what? Fashion. Okay, good. Will you raise your hand? Go ahead, what would you like to share? The Bible? Okay, do you read that often? No? You've read it once? The entire week? No? It's a big book.
Take care of it.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So for those of you that did not raise your hand, those of you who do not like to read, could you tell us maybe why you don't like to read? Oh, it's an open forum, be honest. Go ahead. I'm sorry? Ooh, it says it's a waste of time. Okay? Someone else. Go ahead. Gives her a headache? Okay. Yeah. It puts you to sleep? Okay. The book takes too long. Just to watch the movie, okay? They don't make no sense. Okay.
So like, they got movies for a book, but if you read the book, it's saying different stuff. But when you watch the movie, it's different.
Okay.
Yeah, like Harry Potter, like it's different.
Okay. Okay, someone else? Mr. Clara?
Has anyone here ever actually then read the book and watched the movie? You have? Nice. A couple people? Now let me ask for those people that rose their hand. Everything you're reading in the book, does that actually take place in the movie?
Some parts.
Yeah. Some parts of it, yeah. I remember in 5th grade we read the movie, we read the book, Jurassic Park. And then we went on a class trip to actually see Jurassic Park, the movie. And there are a lot of scenes that are missing. I know that for sure. Plus I love the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movies, and they take out a lot of stuff too. So we want to be aware sometimes that the movies don't put everything in. But let me ask you this. So a lot of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, said you don't like to read. But be honest, how many of you read your news feed this morning as soon as you woke up and went on Facebook? Let's be real. Raise your hand. So some of the very people that said they don't like to read already read this morning. Right? And could you not have heard the drama this morning when you came to school? So you didn't have to read it on Facebook. You could have chosen to come to school and hear it from the person's mouth. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, Facebook is like too much, not like 350,000 miles.
All right.
Second of all, they make it short words so you can understand it faster instead of pronouncing it.
Okay. But let me ask you a question though, real quick. Can you not read small portions of a book, little by little?
I'm not going to take a year to read one book, read two.
But is reading only done in books? Can you read a poem?
Yeah. You read everywhere you go.
Ah.
You read everything.
Good. Yes?
Facebook is different though.
Why?
Because it's entertaining.
Can a book entertain you though?
It gets boring.
Sometimes.
Y'all read one
One second, guys. Andre wants to talk.
You gotta imagine what you're reading. If you
Right.
don't do that, it's gonna be boring.
So let me ask you though, are there certain things that you need to read that is boring, but you need to for a certain event? Let's say when you sign that first lease for that car, or that lease for the apartment. Alright? You have to read that, and that's going to be boring, but you still have to read it and pick out the main points and summarize, and maybe ask the car dealer guy, hey, what does this mean? I don't get what I'm about to sign. Will you have to do that eventually as an adult? She's going to make a comment in Spanish, guys, and I'll just interpret it for you guys, alright? Go ahead. Okay, so in a test, when you're taking a test, a quiz, you have to read the question and understand the question in order to get it right, she said. Alright?
The only time I read is when the book is
Okay, that's fine, because guess what's going to happen in my class? I'm going to force you to read. So you're going to have to. Alright, so today we're going to learn about some strategies, guys, that can help you understand some of the boring, but also exciting texts that you're going to have to read throughout the course of your life. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is really concentrate in the next 2 days to really understand this tool so we can do it on our own, alright? So,
Okay, so the strategy we're looking at today is called reciprocal teaching. And we call it RTS instead of having to constantly say reciprocal teaching. Can I please have a volunteer to read the last 3 bullets on the smartboard? Go ahead. Thank you. What's your first name? John Penn. 3 on the smartboard. The last 3, please.
Has 4 parts, predicting, clarifying, questioning, and summarizing. Helps you to read more closely, allows you to understand what you are reading.
Thank you. What do we mean by read closely? Right? Does that mean taking a piece of paper and putting it to my face?
Like, make sure you pay attention to the reading.
Okay. Paying attention? Looking at details? Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
It's like saying there's like meaning behind the word. It's like saying like you're finding the meaning of a quote.
Okay, meaning behind the words, in between the words, okay? We're digging deeper and deeper into the text. That's what we mean when we say we're reading closely. Okay? Any questions at this point? Alright, we're going to look at each one of the roles to help you understand before we do the practice.
So take out this piece of paper, guys. Each and every one of you was given this piece of paper.
Paper.
Guys in the middle in our fishbowl. That's actually called in the fishbowl, Thailand. This piece of paper right here, bro.
Very good.
So we're going to take this piece of paper out, and we're going to learn about the 4 roles that each of you are going to have to play eventually when doing these groups. Alright? So let's not read closely like that in the middle. What's your name again? I can't hear you. What is it? Antoine, alright. So, who wants to go ahead and read for us predicting? Go ahead, sweetie. What's your name again? Jayla. Alright, remember guys, day 3. It's going to be difficult for a while. Go ahead.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, you can read the same thing.
Based on, I believe, will, in the text, therefore, I predict, because of this information, I believe the solution to the problem is, who else has predictions about what will happen next?
So what are we doing when we make a prediction? One person, I see 2 hands. Anyone else? Remember, participation is a big part of your grading here. Yes, go ahead. Thinking about what will happen next. Would someone else like to add to that? Go ahead.
Reading the end and thinking, having imagination, thinking about what's going to happen after.
Okay, having imagination, looking at the clues you said, reading. Okay. Someone else? Good.
An educated guess.
Okay.
I just said that.
Oh, you said that? Okay, an educated guess. Very good.
Hypothesis.
Hypothesis. Good.
Guys, and you guys do this all the time. How many of you, when watching a movie, if you saw You Are Next or Insidious 2, and you know, oh man, she's the guy. And you get scared yourself. Maybe the music changes. You go, don't go down there, don't go down there. So you already predict all the time yourself. So now we're going to ask you to predict when you're reading something. Who wants to participate and read the clarifier role for us? Go ahead, sweetie. What's your name again? Alright, go ahead.
Here is the word, idea, concept that I would like to clarify. Who else would like a word clarified? Which word or words do you clarify?
Okay, and what does it mean to clarify? What does that actual word mean? And look at the pictures on your paper and on the smartphone. Those help you. Okay? To explain. To identify. Anybody else? Huh? What does it mean to clarify? If I don't know a word and I ask you to clarify it, what am I asking you to help me with?
To help you find out, figure out what it means.
Let's raise our hand, guys.
To show resources, right? You can use a lot of different resources to figure out what something means too.
You got first?
Understanding it, okay? And if you don't know what something means, how could you find out? It says something. Maybe it's textbook, what else? There's concept of something. Your hand is up. Everyone? The internet is a great source to help us find out what words mean. The dictionary, raising your hand is fine. Okay?
Guys, we're going to get to a point eventually where if you're not raising your hand and you're just shouting out loud, I won't actually count that for your participation. Just to give you a heads up, alright?
ask questions? In general, why do we ask questions? What?
Find out something.
Find out something? To see what other people think. Good. Someone else? To see what we know. And maybe to see what we don't know. Okay? Someone earlier, make sure you raise your hand to learn. Right? We ask questions to learn something. That's what you're going to say? You said that. Okay, thank you. Let's make sure you raise our hand. Anyone else? Okay.
I love that. So remember, guys, is to ask questions to not only maybe you need to want to know the answer to something, or you want to see if they know the answer to something. And we all have that, right? How many times have our parents asked us, "What'd you do last night?" And you know she knows already, and you know she's just doing it to see whether or not you'll admit what she already knows. All right. So remember those two things.
Summarize the events in this section. Summarize the information in this section. Who would like to add to this thing?
What is a summary? Anyone know what a summary is? I'm sure all really know what a summary is. It's a short paragraph about the story.
Like basically it's giving you an idea of what's going on in the story.
Okay, it gives you an idea of what went on in the story. Oh, okay. How many of you have written summaries before? Okay. We've all done summaries. Okay, and in this role, you're going to summarize what the text was about, or you're going to tell like mostly what it's about. Okay, we don't want to know every little detail, but we want to know the general what it was about. Right, exactly. It's like a main idea of what the text or passage was about. Okay?
Any questions about the 4 roles before we actually practice it? Okay, so as you see, we have 4 people in the center. I need each of you to take a role. So who would like to be the predictor today? Predictor, okay. Clarifier.
One of you 3 have to be the
Clarifier?
clarifier.
Okay, clarifier, summarizer, okay, and then you'll be the questioner.
Tyler.
You wait. Okay.
Tyler. Just spoke a minute ago, right? So let's keep our head up, please. Thank you, Tyler. So, what roles do you have already? Summarizer, you are. Questioner, so you have to be either the predictor or the weapon. You're the predictor, so you have to be the clarifier. All right, so you got to be the clarifier. So these are the things that you're going to ask at times. All right? All right, so let's go ahead and try. As we said already, this is going to be bumpy. It's the first time we're riding this bicycle. All right? The point is to try to get used to this concept, because eventually in this class, you're going to be allowed to do this on your own in those groups that I put you in yesterday. All right, you have a question before we start? Say it again? At times it'll feel like a debate. At times it'll feel like that. But what the purpose of this is to help us dig into the text and find answers. All right? We're going to go over that right now.
Okay, you all have a small card on your desk with a letter, okay? Not you guys are, you're fine. Everybody in the outer circle, you all have a card like this with a different letter on it, okay? So if you have the P, you are watching our predictor, okay? Predictor, okay? If you have the C, you're watching our clarifier. If you have the Q, you're watching our questioner. And if you have the S, you're watching our summarizer, okay? This way you are all participating as we're learning the strategy. You're going to be listening for those words and phrases that we just talked about, and we're going to come to you for feedback to let us know how we're doing with this and how we can make it a little bit better, okay? Questions? Please go to the passage, okay? It's entitled Donald Johansson, it's a biography.
So he watched the what?
Predictor. Okay? You're all looking at this right now. I'm going to give you 1 minute. This is step 1. 1 minute using a pen or a pencil, or if you'd like to use a highlighter. Please go ahead and skim the article, skim the passage for words or phrases that you do not know. Underline them, circle them, highlight them, whatever you need to do. 1 minute.
Really quickly, I just need you to look and scan through it. If there's any words you don't know, underline it.
Any words that are new for you? Do not know them.
Yeah, what do you think? That's fine. Any
Can you pen or pencil, whatever you want to do, if you want to use a highlighter?
I don't know.
So you're underlining any word you don't know.
Okay, underline all the words you don't know.
All right. Looks like we've all had enough time to locate some words and phrases that are new for us. We're going to come back to these words in a minute, okay? My predictor, you're our predictor, correct? Okay? What I'd like you to do, please, I'd like you to read the first paragraph, the introductory paragraph at the very top. Please read that nice and loud for all of us to hear. Go ahead.
And now, real quick, before we start reading, I have a question for you. Is anyone at all in this room perfect, has never made a single mistake in their life? See, none of us. We're all imperfect. So, here's the thing. You're going to make mistakes when you're reading out loud. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, guys. This is a family. If there's anyone I'm not embarrassed to make a mistake around, it's my family. It's my mom, my dad, my brother. I told you who's in my family yesterday when we did our family lesson, right? So, don't feel embarrassed. Got it? Alright, so go ahead and start reading for us. Alright, predictor, go ahead and read for us that opening paragraph, please. Stop typing, Thailand.
What's that word?
Donald Johansson.
No, I'm from
Anthropology.
Oh, anthropology.
if I always know what's in the way, so.
It's alright. Go ahead. Louder, please.
Anthropology. I did later he became a leader scientist and
Archaeological.
archaeological in 1974. Johnson made an upon discovery on the skeleton other than he was estimated to be years old.
Thank you. That's it. Good job.
Follow along.
Alright, so our predictor has read the opening paragraph. So, predictor, in a few words, 5, 6, 7 words, can you predict for us what the rest of the article will be about? Just go ahead and look back at the text. So what's it going to be? Just take a quick look at the text. If you need to read it to yourself real quick, predict. This will be about what? And by the way, take a look at your yellow paper one second. Your white paper, look at the roles you have. Those are the way you're going to, this is the way you're going to speak. So for example, he's going to say, based on this text, I believe this will be about. So go ahead. Go ahead. That's fine. You can leave it there if you want to. Guys, you know, you can make your prediction as long or as long as you want. So he said, based on this article, I predict that this article will be about a scientist. Good. Does anyone who has the letter P want to give us what your prediction is? Go ahead. You got the letter P? Good. Go ahead. Wait, ooh, I don't like the way you said it.
Well, all right.
Look at the roll. How are you going to say it? Remember, your role, you're a predictor, right? So how would you predict it?
Well, I predict.
No, read it. Read right there. No.
Based on
The text.
the,
Okay.
I believe that
The article.
the article is gonna be about basically a biography. It's gonna be like it's only like his life, like what he did, like he was from.
Good. Awesome. Anyone else want to add to that prediction? Andre?
Based on this article, I believe the story will be about Arnold
Johansson.
Johansson.
All right.
Um,
Whew. Awesome. One more, and then we're going to move on. Go ahead.
Based on it, I believe that this story is moved by
Nice. All right. Excellent.
So our next step then would be clarifier. Who's our clarifier again?
Who's our clarifier in the fishbowl? Thailand? All right. Thailand. So Thailand, here's how it works. Thailand. So here's what they do for you, right? But we're asking you to clarify. So here's what the clarifier is going to do, guys. So the clarifier will look and see if there's any words that he thinks or she thinks the group might have difficulty with. So take a look at the clarifier sheet. Take a look at the clarifier. All right? And notice what the clarifier will say. He says, or she will say, who else would like a word clarified? So go ahead, Thailand. Ask your group. Ask your group if they need any help clarifying any words. Ask them. So ask them, do they understand all the words? Do any of you three words, any of you three boys need anything clarified?
Oh yeah.
It's all right. Go ahead. Stop. Thailand, we're going to learn how this works. Relax. Go ahead.
It's under the head.
Ah.
It's under the head.
Anthropology. All right, so here we go. So we have our first bump in the road. So someone in your group might have difficulty with a word. In this case, he says, I need, and this is what you're going to do. You're going to say, I need clarity on, or I need you to clarify anthropology. Now here's what happens next. Wait, no, perfect, that's fine. Now real quick. So now here's what happens. Is the clarifier going to know the definition to every single possible word? No. So here's the cool thing, guys. The clarifier could say, I don't know either. And that's when everyone in the group gets together to find it. I have a question. We are your what? We are your what? I love that. But what else? What am I paid to do? How about that? To teach. But now, have you ever gone to your teacher for advice?
No.
Never? Has anyone here, raise your hand if it's true, ever gone to your teacher because you had an issue that wasn't related to the subject? I know I did when I was growing up. So now here's the thing. You might have a role. You might be the summarizer, you're the predictor, the questioner, but you help each other out. So Thailand, even though Thailand is the clarifier, everyone else can help clarify. So good. So Thailand, what did you say when the word came up and you didn't know what it meant? You said it out loud and it was awesome. I don't know, you tell me, Thailand. Where did you say we should look to find the answer to that? Awesome. So here's what we're going to ask all of you to do right now. I heard him. You might have. I heard him say it first. I said that to you, right? Oh, you did? Oh, okay. So here's what I want you guys to do. Actually, I just noticed that you guys don't have it, so I do apologize. Real quick, does anybody in this room know the definition to that word? Can anyone here help us clarify that word? You want to try? Something to do with bones, okay? With fossils. All right, wait, we're doing it, raising hands. She rolls her hand first, go ahead. Okay, to study of something, good. Go ahead.
It's the study of the scientific study of the origin, culture, and development of humans.
Nice. Can you say it one more time? One more time. It was awesome. You had it. You had it. But I want to hear it one more time. It's mad at you. The words are mad at you.
No, that's not.
Oh, you said bad words. So go ahead.
The scientific study of the origin, culture, and development of humans.
So the scientific study of the origin of bones and of cultures in a society, he said. Good. So now notice. Was he the clarifier?
No.
But did he help with the clarification? Good. So I don't want you ever to feel like the role is too big for you, because everyone in the group can help you clarify, predict, summarize a question. Alright, cool. So we're going to move to the next text. Oh no, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Remember how we had you underline words and circle words, highlight words? This is your paper. Write on it if you need to. If you want to write down that definition now so that you remember what this word means as you're reading, go for it. It's your paper. My paper has words all over it. Okay? So that you remember it, please, and help me understand what I was reading.
The study of bones and what?
You could ask him, go ahead and ask him. You know that one. So you found difficulty with anthropology, right? At the very top. So anywhere on the paper, you can put the definition and write it down. Take a look at this, guys. This is Mrs. Rhodes' paper. She's the teacher, so you might think she doesn't need to clarify or write anything down. She knows it. But take a look. Her paper is completely covered in notes that she made while reading this. So feel free to. I'll never collect this from you to keep. Never. This is yours forever. I'll collect the separate pieces of paper that you'll have assignments based on this. So this is yours. So I would like you guys to, if you needed that word clarified, I want you to write the definition. I'll read it for them real quick. Alright? So, there we go. The scientific study of the origin, culture, and development of humans. I'll do it one more time, alright? So if anthropology was a word you needed clarification on, because maybe you didn't need help with this, it would be the scientific study of the origin, culture, and development of humans. Now let me ask you a question. When you heard me read this out loud, did you come across any words that you didn't know the meaning of?
Yeah.
What word?
Origin.
Ah, so now, if you were in this group, sweetie, and he read that out loud, what would you say when he read this out loud for the group? What do you think you would say? So look in your worksheet, look for the clarifier. Everyone look for the clarifier on your worksheet. Look for the clarifier on your worksheet. And how would you show him that you don't understand something? What would you say? Okay, that's what you're asking, but you would say, I need. Exactly. Good job. You understand how that works? So, alright, so does anyone here know what the word origin means? Alright, go ahead. Okay, originating from, but can you use the word originate in origin? No, maybe that word might be too difficult. Ah! Say that out loud for her. Where something started from.
Originating?
Yeah, originate. Yeah, you can use it. If you know the word originate, that was fine. I'm just saying that maybe she might find that difficult. So where did I originate from? Where did I tell you guys yesterday? I'm telling you about myself. Where did I originate from? Where was I born and raised? What? Oh, you know, remember we talked about yesterday? I was born and raised. Or did I not share that with you when I was? Oh, I didn't share that. Well, it's Yonkers. So I guess I didn't share that when we were doing this, the sharing about ourselves with the guys. I do apologize. No. All right.
At this point now, we've had the predictor go, we've had the clarifier, the questioner. Who's our questioner? What might you say at this point? Look at your key part. What might you say? You would ask a question at this point, and Does anyone in the group have a question? No? Okay, since we're learning, we're going to open it up to the floor. It looks like you have a question. Based on the first part?
Why does Donald Judaism develop interest in advertising?
Okay, that's your question. Why did he develop, how did he develop this interest, okay? Can we answer that from the text? Let's go to the text. Can we answer this question from the text?
Yes.
Can we answer this from the text?
Yes.
Yeah?
Guys, let's focus, please.
Where, is it something that we've read yet? Go ahead.
It says in the second paragraph.
We're not there yet. We're just asking from that opening paragraph, is the answer there?
No.
So we have to say that. That's a good question to
Good
ask.
question. I would write that question down, okay? Any other questions that somebody else might have, I would write those down. Yeah. Okay, and then you looked ahead, I think, right? Oh, the question down at the bottom? Okay, all right, that's fine. Go ahead.
What was the year that Donald Judaism did?
Okay, so is that answer right in the text? Yes, okay. So we just looked at a skinny question where we can find the answer right in the text. But the first question, okay, we didn't find yet. We're going to find it a little bit later on, okay? Very good. Okay, someone in the group, can you read the first paragraph? Someone in the group. Thank you. Let's read the first paragraph first. Please, thank you very much. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead. The first paragraph. Thank you.
Yep. Louder.
Was only 2 years old, his father died young, his mother became his son's supporter. Mother's family changed the young son and believed that if he worked hard, he could accomplish anything.
Clarifier. What will you say at this point?
Clarifier.
Oh, clarifier. Go ahead. Clarifier. What will you say at this point?
No, why are you saying this for? I'm not.
Highlight. We're asking you though to be the top student. But I understand what you're saying. I heard what you're saying. So we need you to still do me the favor. No, I'm asking you. Remember what I said. Everyone's fulfilling all the roles, helping each other out. So, but the thing is, I'm asking you to just be the clarifier. So you're gonna ask them. Yes. So I need you to do me a favor and ask the group. Do you need any words to be clarified?
No.
Kylie, you're not gonna help out. You're not gonna participate. I'm just asking. You can tell me yes or no. Do you not want to participate today?
Well, I am, but.
Okay, so now let's ask the group if there's any words that need clarification of. I paid you. No? Alright. Okay. It's okay, no, we're on the first paragraph. Okay, so do that. Alright, so. So first of all, I want to commend you guys for a couple things. First thing I would like to commend you guys on is trying out this new difficult tool. I really appreciate the 4 of you from the bottom of my heart. Second thing, I want to tell you that I love and appreciate the fact that you're already learning some of the class rules that the bell doesn't dismiss you, but rather I do. So 2 things I really appreciate from you guys. So now, here's the homework assignment. So I hope everyone's paying attention for our 3rd homework assignment so far. No, we're going to tell you right now. Miss Rose, do you want to tell them what their homework assignment is?
Sure. Okay, what you're going to do, please, you're going to finish reading the passage, okay? We're going to continue this process tomorrow, but your homework is to finish reading the passage and write 2 questions that you have.
From the entire thing.
From the entire thing.
So read the entire article, you make up 2 questions.
2 questions that you have, okay? Be prepared to discuss tomorrow. Thank you.
Wait. We have to say the same.